Okay, I feel like smoking out my rockers today, so this is gonna be 12 minutes still, but we're gonna work for 40 seconds, and then we're going to iso hold for 20. So let's see how this goes. So the first one we're gonna do is a rocker, regular rocker. So pushing out on the outside edge of the shin, spreading that, trying to rip that piece of paper apart, heels out, toes in, and we're gonna just rock it out here. Use support. I think I'll use support for the work, and then iso hold, I'm gonna try and hold without support. We'll see how this goes. I just really want to get into those glutes today, and I don't know why, but I do. So we're just gonna rock it out. So try to push my hips back, keeping a nice neutral arch in my back, keeping everything in the front nice and tight. Trying to like suck in, not suck in, but like engage the pelvic muscles as well as I do this, and keep my core engaged, girdle it in. We're just gonna rock it back. Finding those glutes, finding those hamstrings. All right, let's hold here for 20. Just as needed. Make sure your shoulders aren't too tight, your neck isn't tight. We don't want shoulders up here, we want them down. Pushing back, doing that iso hold right here. Find whatever spot works for you. Want to go a little deeper, go a little deeper. For your support. Okay, we're gonna do rockers again. We're just gonna toe tuck. So tuck the toes, heels are still away. Still trying to rip that piece of paper apart between our legs, engaging the muscles, pushing the hips to the wall behind us. Everything engaged here. Lower back is nice and neutral spine. We're not tucked, our hips aren't tucked under. We're out. And we're gonna rock it back. And we're gonna breathe. And always making sure our shoulders are down and we're relaxed in our upper body as we do this. All right, let's hold this here. Take your hands off if you want. If it's too much for the full 20, just put your hands down and just take your hands off a little bit. Do a little bit until you feel like it's too much, put them back down. It's all based on what you can do, not exactly what I can do, because I've been at this for like 4 years. Okay, same rocker, we're gonna do a little kick out. So pushing again in those shins. As I come up, I'm gonna kick my legs out. So this will be like a internally rotate the shin, not the shins, my thighs in the front, kind of rotating from in the hip socket here, and just kicking out. Still be pushed down throughout the edge of your shin here. You're still going to engage your glutes and your hamstrings as you do this. We're just do a little kick out here. All right. Now if you can, just try and iso hold without. Ouch. This mat isn't very friendly on my. Okay, I'd have to hold this one because it's not going to let me. Alrighty, we're gonna do rockers again. This is gonna be without the weight this time, or at the without the bench. We're just going to rock our side bend in our rocker. So I'm gonna keep my toes tucked, heels away, just because this mat's not real solid. Sometimes it bothers my knees, a little bit on my shins. I'm just pushing my hips back and side bend. See, I forgot what I was doing. This side bend here. Again, making sure all my muscles are engaged in the front, just to hold everything in so our belly's not being pushed out, and side bend. All right, let's just hold that rocker and side bend. So no more pushing the hips back. We're just holding here, doing our side bend. Engaging our oblique muscles a little bit, back muscles. Okay, same movement, but we're gonna do like a reach. So side bend, we're just going to reach. Find my rhythm here. So still rocker, pushing my hip back, working those glutes, side bend and reach. Get a little bit more movement in those shoulders. Working all the muscles, getting that spine to bend like it's supposed to. gets to be too much, just go back to a regular rocker. Use the bench if you need to. If you're gonna hold that, again, so hold the rocker and just do the side bend. So no pushing the hips back. We're just gonna kind of iso hold the rocker, but moving the upper body. Same, rocker, rocker. Just gonna bring our arms back as we do this. Opening up the thoracic spine. So we rock back. Just a little rocker. Again, my toes are tucked. My glutes are working, my hamstrings are working. I have my core girdled in, those pelvic floor muscles, trying to keep everything brought in and tight, and opening up the shoulders. Whew. Again, hold it here. Find that spot and just pulse the arms back here. All right, we're gonna do a single side. So find that rocker, find that side you wanna work on, get that shin loaded in, take the other non-loading leg off, use your support, push that hip behind you, make sure you're not in your quad. If you are, you gotta adjust how you're tilting your hips. Pelvic tilt, we don't wanna be too tucked, we don't wanna be too exaggerated, just that sweet spot where you're feeling your glute engaged and your hamstring engaged. Not a lot of pressure on this non-loading leg. And breathe. Keep your shoulders down. All right, let's hold this for 20. Go without the bench if you want. Really burn that glute out. Pigeon rocker. So take that non-loading leg, cross it, bring the other leg, just 45 it in just a little bit, and rock it out in the pigeon. Make sure you're not in that quad. Mine seems to want to be lighting up right now. Trying to adjust how I'm tilting my pelvis here to get out of the quad. Back. 3, 2, 1. Let's hold. Bring down that back leg if you want. If you don't want to use the bench, bring the back leg down so you can really feel like you're securing that loading leg. I'm not going to fall over like I am. Check your shoulders, check your breath. All right, next one, same leg. Bring the non-loading leg in front, so kind of cross in front, just to rest it in front, and then find that rocker on that same side that we just did. Using your support. Non-loading leg, you're just kind of resting in front. Have it out a little bit if you want. We just really want to smoke out that glute on that one side you're working. Whew. She's working all right. She is lit up. And hold. Again, if you can, try and go hands free. If you can't, use the bench. Just want you to find where that is, those glutes and the hamstrings really engaged, and hold it. 10 more seconds. I'm shaking. All right, we gotta do that on the other side. So get on the other side, find that rocker, get the non-loading leg off, do whatever you need to do, load up that side. Make sure your hip's not jutting out to the side. Make sure we're nice and back. Head is over this loading leg. Just rocking it out, keeping the shoulders down, keeping the chest up, keeping a nice arch, keeping everything in front, nice and tight. Don't be pushing your belly out to the floor in front of you. rock it back, rock it back. 3, 2, 1, and let's hold. You can hold it without putting your hands down. If you need to, use the floor. Need support, but I'm trying to do it without support, just to really smoke out those muscles. 2, 1, right into that pigeon. So as I go into my pigeon, I kind of rotate this in to cross, just so you can see that. Go here, find that outside edge of the shin somewhere. Again, this mat isn't too kind on my shins. Pushing that hip back, driving through the outside edge of that shin to engage the glute. Nice neutral arch in our back, hip back. Make sure there's no pinching in your hip flexor here. All right, let's hold this. Try and find your balance. Back leg down if you need to. I don't know if I can find balance on this side. Again, hold it as long as you can until you feel like you can lose it, and you put your hand down. Or both. Need to sink into this a little better. There we go. Whew. Okay, bring that leg in front. Last one. Should put a little timer in between. Okay. Here we go. Rock up that other side. Get that shin into the ground. Load up that glute. Pushing that hip behind you. Think about being ready to go for a run. Ready to pounce. Pushing that hip back. Check your shoulders. Make sure you're not pinching. Make sure your glute and hamstring are on fire, like mine are. 2, 1, and let's hold. Again, try and find balance without using the bench. If you can. If you can't, it's fine. Just going to really sink in. Put as much pressure as I can into the shin to load up that glute. It's pretty solid. And done. That is like really quick 12 minutes. I don't know why it feels quick, but it feels quick. But my glutes are worked now. So if you want to stretch it out, do like a pigeon stretch. So you can be here and then just stretch it out here. Alternate how you're bending at the side here, just to whatever you can feel stretching in the glutes. You can also do a nice forward fold to really lengthen everything out if you want. Hang out here for a good like 5 minutes if you can. My legs are shaking trying to do this. Great. Up here. Because it's still kind of like, I mean, I can fold without really engaging anything, but I kind of do a little bit of an active fold. So still a little bit of pressure through the feet, and then finding length up and through the hamstrings and the glutes, and then to the back. And it just, because of the work we just did, my legs just shake a little bit. So have a good day.